Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As you would have gathered from the video title and thumbnail, we're back in Into the Breach. Back by popular demand. I do recognise that it is a couple of years late, and some of you, perhaps even most of you, would have moved on and not really desire this anymore, but for the select few that have communicated that they would like to see some more, I would like to at least make this video for them. I'm running through one of the squads, and I also wanted to apologise for my lack of communication over the past few years. Yeah, that I should have said something, communicated something to you guys, letting you know where I was at, what I was up to, and why I wasn't seemingly doing anything. So I just wanted to apologise for that. Perhaps I'll explain a bit further in another video, but for now, here we are with this one. I haven't played in quite some time, so I'm hoping I'm still okay. Why don't we jump straight into it and see how we go. These are the new mechs that I have unlocked, the bomber mechs. I might be running through a bit about how they work throughout the run, but I'm assuming most of you are familiar now that this has been out for some time. So without further ado, why don't we jump in and see how we go. Now, I've recently read that there is a particular order to islands that will make the runs a little bit easier, regardless of the type of Vec that are on the islands, although that does matter to some degree. The archive generally has the easier maps, so without looking too hard into the different types of Vec, I'm going to go ahead and choose that. But before I do, because I do have this power available already, thanks to Prospero, I'm going to jump that into his flying ability. Okay, we're going to have to do this one, so we might as well do that now. Now already I'm a little bit scared with the amount of Vec we have. 5 on the first turn, pardon me, is a bit overwhelming. I'm really hoping some of these are going to be attacking my Vec. Pardon me, my Mechs, sorry. Let's see how lucky we get. Now this play is going to be dependent upon how far these little spider bombers can walk. Can't quite remember, sorry, but we're just going to have a go here. So we'll get rid of that mosquito. We'll fire the 2, 3, okay. That might not be enough, but we'll have a go. I was hoping to block with this as well, but no matter. Now I am looking to end with 8 spaces on fire, and I think the only safe detonation point is here. There you go, so we only have one more space to catch on fire before the end of the round. And I feel I should introduce you guys to the Mosquito, which I believe is new to the Advanced Edition. So the basic unit only has 2 health here, and this is its attack. So it smokes the target, so I can't currently attack where I am positioned, and then it whips it for 1. And I'm sure there's an alpha version that'll do more of the same. Now for some reason I've noticed this mech is caught up on fire anyway. So maybe I'm mistaken about flying units being immune to fire? I mean, it's been quite some time. In any case, let's just go with this. My mistake, that's not going to work. We'll do a sneaky reset and try again. I doubt this is optimal play, but I'm gonna swap these two here. And hope for the best. Alright, looks like we got pretty lucky here. Let's see. So really the only thing we need to do is to save our mechs here. Which is fairly simple. We'll set some more forests on fire. And is there anything worth doing now? All these only hit for 1. I don't think so, I'm just going to move out of the way. We'll probably end up having to do both of these, I think. So I'm just going to start with this one. Six enemies to start, that is spooky. Okay. If I can avoid it, I really don't want to get webbed. Let's try that. Okay, that's lucky, we can get to it. Okay, I have a solution. Okay, somehow didn't calculate that correctly. Apologies, we'll just reset that. I'm going to swap this guy instead. And for some reason I forgot that flying does not save you from mines, which I really should remember, but I don't. Okay, this is not looking great. Okay, I'm already cringing at this, but oh, I hate it. That's pretty lucky. Okay, we seem to be okay. Thankfully, luckily, apologies for the very poor play. I know that's painful to see. Let's see if we can do better. Okay, it's pretty simple. I'm just going to stay right where I am. Push this Alpha Scarab back. And then I'm going to... Still can't get around him. And I would like to get a bit closer, but I'm a bit stuck. I'm just going to swap him with... Let's see. I'm going to need to swap him with this other Scarab, unfortunately. Would have preferred to use at least one of them to block. But this little walking bomb will have to do. And let's see. Okay, this is the best that I've got so far. Okay, very lucky. We've really only got to worry about killing that Scarab, so I'll just move into position here. And simply move out of the way. Now that's not necessary to be secured, you just need to leave that pod untouched by Vec, and you'll also collect that at the end of the mission. Okay, happy about that. End reactor core, brilliant. Let's chuck the new weapon we got onto our science class mech. And we do have one reactor core to use. And I think it's going to be best on this exchange mech with an extra move. Whoop. There we go. Defending the train is a scary mission, I might avoid that. Kill 6 or fewer enemies, that's fairly doable. What I want to avoid is having to kill at least 7. That seems like a fairly easy mission. But we don't get any corporate reputation. Tempting, but we'll go for preserved farms. Well, that is very unfortunate. But luckily for us, easily resolvable. Okay, fairly simple swap here. Don't feel too comfortable sitting on that forest. Just take a step back and just block. I might as well chuck that guy in here, as I've been reminded, flying is not immune to fire, so you should die soon enough. Hopefully that's not going to bite me in the bum. Seems like another fairly simple solution. And to swap this with the scarab. Blocking again. Another fairly simple one to finish off here. Defended the tanks. Okay, that's a bit easier than the trains, if I recall correctly. So let's jump straight into that. am a bit concerned about the blast scion. We'll try not to kill Vec if we can avoid it. Okay, here's the solution. We're going to get rid of that scion by using this alpha mosquito here. I'm also going to simply swap these two scarabs around so that neither of them are going to attack anything important, and finish by blocking this last spawn here. Okay, here's the plan. I'm simply going to swap this tank with that alpha scarab. I'm going to use my bumbling mech one to about here, bumbling mech here, so I'll be able to deal 2 damage to that alpha mosquito and then block again with that bomb. Probably want to block this one that has more targets. Okay, we have the tanks. That's gonna help. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Swap this scarab with that mosquito. Move this bombing mech over here so I can kill that leaper. And then just push this scarab back twice so he can block for us. That's probably not going to help, because that's going to take fire damage before it blocks, unfortunately. But we'll go with that. Okay, so we're going to start up with this Pierce mech and deal with both of these scarabs. And then I'd also like to just smoke this scarab, cancelling his attack. And then I can simply finish with the swap here. No, he's only going to do 1 damage, so I'm not concerned about that. And this should be fine as is. Okay, now things are getting really challenging. Let's see how we go. Every tile in its path. Okay, so I don't want to be in front or behind cities. If I can avoid it, if he decides to target my mechs. So let's keep that in mind. Okay. Okay, so before I do any swapping, I want to get as much damage as I can onto this crab leader here. So what I'm thinking of doing is bouncing down here, and before I block myself off, oop, nope, that damage is going to get taken by the mountain, so let's undo that and instead use the mountain and get a good amount of damage on this crab, like so. Perfect. Now this is a bit of a risky play because I'm going to be taking a good amount of damage straight up on my Pierce mech, but I want to avoid all grid damage if I can. So I'm going to go ahead and swap the scarab with the crab. You see here I'll still get attacked, but I'm okay with it. Hopefully that doesn't mean anything significant later in this match. Let's let this resolve out. Now this looks like an unfortunate necessity. I'm going to have to use the swapper to swap the crab leader with the mosquito, even though I did want to get rid of the leader ASAP. Hopefully we'll have another opportunity to do so. I'm going to jump over here and throw down a bomb. Which, is that even necessary? I don't think so, actually. Oh, well, I've done it now, so... I'm just going to explode it, and I'll use the city instead. So it's going to block for me and die, and yeah, we'll have 1, 2, 3 plus the Zion to deal with next turn. Hopefully that shouldn't be too much. Okay, I'm gambling on being able to deal with this crab leader on my last turn by doing this. And this should be fairly straightforward here. Just going to leave this up here. Swap in the boss, like so. And then use this warping bomb for the last point of damage I need. And I don't really need to do anything here. I can simply, I'm not getting attacked. Simply repair, not that I think that was necessary either. And the boss should die from fire. There we go. And there we have the first island down. Done on unfair. That was quite a bit stressful. Hope you guys appreciated that. Sorry for the few poor plays that was definitely present there. Okay, what have we got here? I think this is a new character, Morgan the Jew. Boosted on kill. Okay. All Mechs gain +1 HP and some extra defense. Excellent. Oh yes. Oh jeez, it's been so long I've forgotten you only get to choose one. Okay. Alright, let's take the pilot here, Morgan, and have a look at what we have on offer. Okay, so we've got our options here: Heat Converter and Flamethrower. I'm liking this, even though it's single target and one Vec. That means there's going to be one less to deal with. And if I do it early in each match, then we just won't have to worry about that Vec running amok anymore. So I might pick that up. And then with the 6 reputation left, pick up another couple of cores here. And that'll be that. I might throw the freeze onto the bombing mech, so that if there's any Vex targeting it, it can quickly disable them. And as for the pilot, now the obvious choice for Morgan is the Pierce mech, as it gets the majority of the kills. But I'm hesitant to do it because I really do love the flying versatility that Prospero offers. So I'll install at least one to get that move back up to 5 here. We might chuck Prospero on our exchange mech. And of course add the flying. And that leaves us with one reactor core left, which we're likely going to install here on this bomber mech and give it a little bit more movement range here. And that ends the first island. There we go. And our next one is going to be the desert. Let's see how we go. Not a fan of killing at least 7. That's another killing at least 7. Dear. Oh. Looks like we don't have much of a choice. We might have to go with Lone Meter. Which does not net us any corporate reputation, unfortunately. But I am still gunning for a perfect run if possible. Okay. So I believe we have a couple of more new Vec from the Advanced Edition. The Bouncer, that's the attack pattern there. So it moves itself backwards while moving you forwards and dealing a damage. and there's Moth. Similar sort of thing, except with the lobbing motion. And of course this is the alpha variant, so I'm assuming that's an extra 2 damage. And of course we have our beloved Blobber. Now, this is going to influence how we place our mechs. We want to minimize its options in if it's going to target one of our mechs. 1 out of the 4 options is also going to hit a city, well, a solar panel more specifically. But the other 3 options, I'm just simply going to be able to move out of the way and not have to worry about it immediately if I choose not to. Anyway, we'll see how we go with this. And I suppose that was suspected. I'm not sure how exactly the AI works, whether it prioritizes the most amount of targets, which it maybe does. Anyway, that's unfortunate. That's not what we wanted. Okay, let's see how this works, shall we? Just decided to try and save his mate. Okay. Well, that's convenient. He's gonna knock himself back there. And a block for us. We won't have to worry about him at all. Okay, so we're gonna start off by pushing these lads. And rather than getting wrecked by this alpha bouncer, what I'm going to do is I'm then going to swap this alpha moth with my pierce mech. And I'll finish up by actually preemptively breaking this bouncer out of the ice, so then it gets attacked by this alpha moth for 3 and eventually destroyed by this blob to finish off. Obviously forgot about it moving, but that's okay. Okay, we're looking pretty good actually. I'm getting a bit tired of this blob causing a bit of trouble, so I'm going to choose to get rid of him now. I'm going to block here and swap him with my mech over there, so he's going to get hit, not killed, but severely damaged. And I can actually kill him with my fierce mech here, which is probably what I'm going to do. Well, should I say set up for him to be killed. Now fight. if I land the bomb in the fire, is it immediately going to die? I don't think so. If I walk him into the fire, is he going to immediately die? I also don't believe so. There we go. That's fine. I'm having to relearn a lot of the mechanics of this because it's just been so long, so my apologies for that. So some of this isn't necessary, but I would like to get a little bit more XP on my pilots. So I'm going to see if I can get a couple more kills here. So I'll move the bombing mech over here and chuck that bomb. And then I'm going to pierce and kill that scion. Oh, and then, okay, sure, that works. And then I guess I'm just swapping this then. Perfect, that'll do. Oh, that's lucky. Now, where would we like that? Guess that's it. I had a couple extra health. I would like that extra damage, but I don't want to sacrifice that move just yet. Okay, what are our other options now? Knock mites off the Mechs. Okay, protect the power generator. I feel like that requires yourself repairing, which means your action economy is diminished, which sounds awful. So I'm going to try and avoid that if I can. There's also 5 Vec to start with. And instead, we'll go with the blast bunker. Let's go. Now again, we're positioning the mechs to dissuade the alpha blob from getting too many. If he targets our mechs, he's not going to be getting any cities either, except perhaps from over here. But hopefully that doesn't happen. I can avoid that though if I position him there instead. There you go. Problem resolved. Okay, here's what we got. I'm going to swap these two to save that city. He's going to get blasted by his mate. His mate is going to smack into that earth mover for 1, which I'm willing to compromise on for now. And then we're going to ice this bouncer to protect the earth mover. That one's okay, it's not really doing anything. Semi okay, that's now cancelled, and we just want to shift that out of the way now with the Pierce mech. Okay. I'd forgotten about the blocking the Vec, so I might have shot myself in the foot already, but I'll see if I can... Oh. You know what, I'm not sure that I can. Let me think a little bit more. I'll need to destroy a Vec this turn for a second spawn to spawn, I think. And I can't currently see an easy way to do that. So I think I'm just going to let that one go, unfortunately. Though I may have found a slightly better solution. Let's see. Yeah, I somehow didn't see that. Blow this up first. No, see, because I'm going to use the Earth Mover if I don't use that Fierce Mech to disrupt him. Oh man. Let's try that. Okay, so that will kill this guy. That's great, that's what we wanted. That's okay, I suppose. And then we can block. Simply block with the bomb. Okay. Okay, unfortunately that wasn't enough. We only have one remaining spawn tile, which means we're not getting that perfect island. That is a bit frustrating, but I should have been more on top of that from the beginning. Alright, that's okay. We move on. Okay, let's give this a crack here. First I'm going to swap these two around. And then I would like to bomb these two here. And the reason why I'm doing that is so that I can get in behind here and deal 2 damage to this alpha moth. Fairly simple turn to finish off. I'm simply going to push that out of the way. And it's dealt 3 damage because of the boosted from this new hero Morgan. So I've looked that up. Boosted gives you a +1 damage on your next turn. So it must have killed something the turn prior or the turn before that. Now I'm simply going to swap these around. And to finish off, simply bomb that little blob here. Okay, this should be doable with the ice thing that I've picked up before. Where's this volatile? Okay, so that's the volatile mech here. We're looking for... I'll put this guy up front, and hopefully you'll just be able to ice him straight away. And then the swap mech on this side here. That's very lucky. Fantastic first turn for us. So as I said, gonna ice that straight away, but I'll get my boy out of the firing line first. So I'll use the Pierce mech to do some real damage here. I'll then block with the exchange mech and exchange. Oh. Because this is sand, it's put up a smoke tile, so I don't actually need to address that at all. Let's not do that just yet. I'm going to freeze this volatile deck, and what would I like to do? I can swap this Scion and have that blob kill the gastropod. Got lucky again with the alpha blob attacking my mech, which is almost always preferable because you can simply walk out of the way and don't have to deal with it. And what I might do is fairly simple. Push that gastropod on. Use the bomb to block. And if I just simply smoke here, we can all just be happy blocking. Okay, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to move my exchange mech and exchange him with the blobber. My friend the gastropod should get rid of him so I can stop having to worry about the blobs. If I jump here and block and shoot a bomb and then use that bomb to blow up that blob, saving the city here. And finally, I think I'm just gonna use that Scion to help me block. Like so. There we go. Alright, let's get some more XP. So, move this here, and the pierce behind. Killing that, and I've got the HP to spare, so I don't mind hitting myself here. And I'm simply going to move out of the way of this one. And that'll be the smash-down. Fantastic. Oh dear. Another defender train. Oy. I don't like any of these missions. Killing the enemies is really hard because you don't know how many alphabet are going to be there. I think on average maybe I've killed three to 5 per mission. Knock off the mites. I don't appreciate that either. With the deficit in action economy, I might have to try this. But before I do, see if I can't make use out of a second heat converter action. And we'll try the Mercury Ridge. Wish me luck. For the sake of hopefully avoiding blobs, I'm thinking about putting my mechs in front of the cities and also have the gastropod to worry about, which means if it attacks any of my mechs, it's still going to attack the city behind it, if I understand that correctly. So we don't really have great options, so let's go with this. So with this solution we're taking 1 grid damage, but we're also going to be freezing the train in place and hopefully making it easier for the rest of this match. So I'm going to swap in my bombing mech here, and then immediately freeze, and finally we're going to protect the city. We'll still take 1 damage, but we'll also... Nope, we're taking 2. Okay, that's not so good. If I reset here, at least I'll be able to avoid that 1 extra damage that I didn't anticipate for. So let's try that again. Swapping here. Freezing. So now I'll be taking 2 mech damage. But at least... No, still taking 2. Oh, this is just worse. Oh, whatever. Sorry guys. That's pretty That's pretty sad. So that's 4 mech damage, not 1. Sorry, not 2, like I said. Brilliant. Let's not make that mistake again, shall we? Okay, I'm just going to swap these 2 moths here. Nulling both of their attacks. Get rid of that blob. And just going to jump up here and freeze that gastropod. Hopefully one of his mates is going to attack him next turn, and I won't have to worry about that at all. Okay, this is looking fairly straightforward. I'm going to shove these 2 aside. I no longer have to worry about this moth. That blob isn't going to do anything because we win in 1 turn. And I want to be swapping these 2 other Mechs. Perfect. That's all we need to worry about. But I could get a little bit more XP by exploding this. Beautiful. Okay, for now, I've only got the 1 extra reactor core, so I might chuck that into Hal. Alternatively, five goos. Okay. I might need the extra damage. Can't quite remember if it'll... yeah. Anyway, so let's say we'll get rid of that. We'll install a second reactor core and add an extra point of damage. That should help us get through the boss. I think, I hope. We will soon find out. There we go. Okay, so it does have 3 health. And we need to kill it 3 times by the looks of it. So that's no longer flying, we can't put that on the water. Gotta be conscious of this blobber, but I don't think I have many good options here. Actually, that will work nicely. Okay, so I'd love to get rid of this blobber ASAP, and also deal my first 3 hit points on the large goo. So oh, no, I can't do that. Oh dear. Okay, doesn't look like I'll be able to destroy that goo easily this round. Hopefully I'll be able to make up for it in later rounds. Just gonna get rid of that blobber while also blocking. I'd still like to freeze one of these guys, and then of course swap another. Alternatively, I could do that, blocking that space from being used to attack that city with the Vec, but also limiting my options for next round. I'll save it, just in case there's a better use later, and simply swap. There we go. First off, we're gonna kill this goo and see where he lands. Okay. Now I want to get some more damage on these goos here. This spawn will be blocked. Let's think. This guy's only going to do 1 damage and then move backwards, but he will push that back that way. So let's think that through here. Okay. We'll start here, move this guy over here, throw the bomb, swap one first, move the bomb and then explode. And that should be good. He's going to take 1 damage and then he'll block for us and also die. There we go. Okay, so this is the game plan. I'm just gonna jump down here, safe distance, kill this goo down here. Then I'm gonna move back down here, throw a bomb, explode that, saving that city. And then I'm just gonna stay here with this exchange mech, but I will be exchanging the thrower with that boss. That boss is gonna jump forward and block for us and die. Okay. We can simply move out of the way and be done with this mission, but there is a bit more XP to get, so I'll go ahead and do that instead. sailing through down. Unfortunately not a second perfect island, due to me not blocking in one of those missions there. That just goes to show the importance of always being aware of your mission objectives. I'll let that one slip. +1 mech reactor, that's fantastic. Let's have a look what we have available here. Now, none of these weapons are particularly appealing to me. They could all be nice enough, but I don't feel I have quite enough reactor cores yet to really justify adding versatility without compromising in another area, so I might take a pass on these. Just grab a couple more cores. And let's see. Probably just add the extra couple of damage to that cannon there to beef it up to 4. Now can I? No, unfortunately not. Ideally I'd want to be taking that health off and putting it onto the Pierce mech instead, but alas, I'm sure I can wait. Okay, and we're done. Now onto the third island with the blob leader. Looking forward to that. Okay, I'm going to have to do this island, so this section, so I might as well get it over and done with, and I will endeavour to remember to block if possible. Okay, so the Hornet's attack pattern is in a straight line, whereas the Burrower's attack pattern is 3 in front. So let's see if we can position accordingly. And then of course the artillery mechs, another 3 pattern, but in a lobbing motion. Okay. So with that in mind, probably want these 2 here, and then not here or here, oh possibly there, except for that Hornet, so perhaps more wisely placed here. Because this is flying, I might switch that up to here. Like so. Okay. The extra pod is very nice. Well, I clearly did not account for that. That's terrible. It's really not good at all. So for some reason I was thinking if they were going to choose to attack me, they'd put the center of their attack on top of my mech, but no, they've just used both the sides. They're clever of them, but terrible for me. And the Hornet's gone right around the side, at the back, sorry, and then now he's hitting those cities as well. And of course, all 4 of them are attacking cities. Really. Alright, so luckily for me, I am able to resolve all 4 of these attacks with 2 mech actions. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys. Simply moving these over. That guy burrows until next turn. This mech is now not hitting anything of importance. And I can go ahead and simply swap these other 2 around here. And with my final one, I'll protect the pod and block for the first time. So we're still going to have the same amount of Vec next time to deal with, and all robots, but one will be mostly damaged. Okay, we got unlucky again there. All 4 of them are attacking cities. Okay, I don't see an easy way of blocking and resolving all of these attacks, unfortunately. So I'm going to go ahead with this. Sibling, then ice, burrower, and then finally swap that hornet. Which means we should only have 2 to deal with, but there should be at least another couple of spawns coming up, which hopefully we'll be able to block 2 of. And 3 even, okay. Okay, we're going to get rid of this burrower straight away. Jump straight onto that to block. And we'll block again with one of these bombs here. So we want to block the spawn closest to our cities rather than running down here. And although this is not necessary, I will also choose to swap the cannon mech with the alpha hornet. That just gives him less room to move and attack as he pleases. He'll be limited to this sort of area here for next turn. Let's see if we can't get a little bit more XP. So what we'll do is we'll jump that bomb in here. Oop, I thought I could move in here, but I can't. Never mind. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and block it and leave it like that. Another reactor core, brilliant. We'll pop that straight on our Pierce mech here for the extra health. Now we're looking pretty good. Would like at least one more weapon, potentially another disable, but we'll see. Destroy all boom bots. Okay. 2 of those of which are in ice, which I believe will thaw out over the course of the match, but that's still a bit of a risky play here. You do get well rewarded, well compensated, but I'm not sure it's worth it. That's 6 to deal with initially. I will have to do one of these missions at least, even if I choose these 2 as well. So I might go with the easier one here. Now what's important to remember is these burrowers will burrow as soon as they take damage, and so we can use that to our advantage here. Let's give this smoke cloud a shot and see how it works out for us this match. So I'm just going to go ahead, push that scorpion to the side here. I'm going to jump in here and smoke, disabling these two back, and then I'm simply going to walk up and ice this other burrower. So we've only got the 1 HP left on the scorpion here, and limited options for our Vec. Mind you, that barrier doesn't seem to mind. Fairly confident there's a better solution than this, but this is all I was able to find at this time. Let's go ahead and freeze that guy. Good to know that fire on a city doesn't affect it. I'm almost tempted to let myself take 1 power grid damage so that I don't have to deal with this burrower again, because I'm out of freezes now. I've got limited options. But hopefully that won't be a problem. I'm gonna swap him anyway. I think a fairly simple solution here. I'm going to push these two. Back out of the way. Swap these two around. And just cause a bit of damage to this barrow so it cancels its attack. I do get rid of 1 shield, but I'm not too worried about that. That's a bit frustrating. I can't see a way of saving this city here. This smoke has, as it turns out, bitten me in the behind. So, lesson learnt, don't use it unless I absolutely have to, because there's no guarantee it's going to happen later. What I wanted to do, of course, is to throw one of these bomber dispensers over here to damage, at least damage the alpha burrower, so that it cancels its attack, but I can't. So there we have it. there's really not much point in doing anything else here, unfortunately. Freeze and defend both the robots. I do appreciate the freeze tank, so I might do that one. Plus 2 HP, okay, that's plenty. Excellent. The unfortunate thing about these burrowers as well, by the way guys, is you cannot swap with them, which makes them quite tricky to deal with. Okay, not sure about this just yet, but let's have a look. Unfortunately, that barrow is still set to go first, so that's no real solution, but at least we don't have to worry about that artillery mech just yet. So what does this mean for us? Can freeze that. What I will do is I'll put some damage on the Scorpion because I am planning on freezing this burrower here. Ooh, but not like that. I've forgotten about the fire. That is a shame. Oh well. I have so much HP, that shouldn't be too much of an issue. So I'm looking to defend this other, to freeze this next robot. If I can. That's lucky. That's basically a non-move. Okay, so what I might do here is I'll simply swap this with the freeze tank. That way I'll be able to freeze this robot straight away. Otherwise, I wasn't able to get through here. I'm going to move this bombing mech out of the way. I will get hit by this burrower, but that's only 1 damage, I'm not concerned. I'll freeze this centipede, and I'll hit that Scorpion to get rid of him completely. That way that burrower will stay frozen. Now I might go ahead and swap the freeze tank again. Use the bomb to block. Use the freeze tank to take care of that burrower. And I suppose repair here. Now the reason why that repaired with plus 2 HP is because of the boosted skill. So apparently that either gives you +1 damage to your next attack or +1 HP repair, for those that were wondering about that. Nothing to worry about here. Let's see. I can farm a little bit of XP here, so I will, why not? Unfortunately, even though this mech killed it, and it's the only one that needs XP, because it was the bomb that exploded, it looks like it shares the XP instead, which means this guy's going to have a really hard time getting that experience. Well, anyway, that's it. Let's end it. Kill at least 7. No thank you. Whoop. We've already decided against this one. So with the ice mines, I do like those missions. And defending the robots is okay as well. Let's try with this mission, and it seems to have a fairly good layout. One of the great things about ice is the game still counts an iced Mech as being on the board naturally, which means it's not going to try and spawn another, as in like to replace it. Oh, we got really unlucky. None of the Mech, except for that one, placed itself on a mine. Okay, so what we're going to do, we'll rescue that pod straight away, and then we'll swap this centipede here. Because this attacks first, that should disable this burrower's attack here. So we'll swap him with our Mech. That'll disable him and block his attack. And then from there, we're going to shoot across here, destroying that Hornet and blocking this guy's attack as well. And finally, we'll move up into a bit better of a position. Not there though. A little bit further. I don't want to get attacked here unnecessarily. And we'll just block here with our walking bomb. That'll be just fine. Now we're looking not to kill too many back this much, so that we don't fail that objective. That was lucky. Still got that borrower to deal with, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and destroy that borrower. That push isn't going to actually push him because of his special ability. Stable, cannot be moved by any weapon effect. So we're safe just to damage him and kill him. That city will stay up. And then from there, I'm looking simply to freeze and cancel that centipede attack. And I'll just come down here to block. And then end my turn. Jump down here to block again. And just leave that as is, I think. He is going to be freed from that ice next turn, so what I will do is I'll just preemptively do that. So they can all take a bit more damage. But again, I don't want to kill any more than 2. Which should not be a problem. And we'll just end our turn here. That is handy in dire situations. I'm hoping that if that ever does come to it, that, let's say we have 2 power grid left, but there's a 3 hit coming, that it will still trigger, but maybe it won't. Anyway, we'll chuck it on because we have the space. Now we do have 1 call to make use of. Now 4 health is already pretty good. We could do that, although I am not using it very much. We'll try it out. Now the blubber leader. Okay. So this will be our freezer, hopefully, and swap it here. This has been a bit of an unkind start, unfortunately. Did not anticipate that. Brilliant. It's gonna come back and bite me. Yep. And I'm on fire there too. This is poor play. Not looking good. That's lucky. That's not. Okay, now is a good time to use that smoke. I will see if I can't destroy that leader straight away. Luckily for me that was a 1-hit kill, because again of that boosted skill. That is significant and very helpful. Okay. And once more I'm going to use that second ice to get rid of that hornet. Okay, so here's what's going to happen. I'm going to use my exchange mech to swap that Hornet with my other, and because that Hornet attacks first, he's going to disable that Burrower for that turn, and then this guy is going to drop down here and shove that over. Now if I come down here, throw a bomb, then I will be able to kill that centipede. Not that that's necessary, because that attacks first and the blob will block it, but I will need to repair with both of my guys next turn. Which means I'm only really going to have one mech to do actions with, so I won't. Instead, I'll see if I can bait an attack for next turn by placing him here and repair instead. I will still need to move this guy. There we go. So here we are, if you're flying, fire will still affect you, but water will not. Can someone please explain that? Okay. Looks like we'll be taking some damage here. I really can't afford to sacrifice Prospero. I'm going to have to do a repair. So here we go, we're going to take a dice roll on the centipede here, hitting these two for 1 each. I'm going to move this mech down, getting rid of that wasp at least. I'll throw down little walking bomb, disable that burrower's attack, and unfortunately I'm just going to have to move and repair. That's what I get for not paying attention to the tiles that I'm sitting on and the potential fire hazard. Oh well, hopefully we get some sort of resist here, but I'm not banking on it. Well, at least we protected the tower and did get rid of that boss. So that is still technically a perfect island. Really? Here we go. This is the weapon that you want to show up on your runs. It is at the end of the third island, but it's still a welcome sight. Very powerful, and I will be making use of that, so thank you kindly. Again, this also shows the importance of getting perfect islands, because you do get that additional roll. Look at choosing that, thank you. And having a look at our other options here. Now I've had a quick look at these, and none of them particularly appeal to me. I'm going to grab another 2 reactor cores and chuck this ice generator on someone. Now it's going to make the most sense on my most mobile unit, So I'll be replacing these smoke pellets and adding that extra power. And as soon as I can, adding an extra size on top of that. It is pretty tempting to remove that move and just going for the size straight away. Whoop! Here we go. Because it does significantly help you. With that extra. Let's do that, shall we? Okay. Looks like we're all set for the 4th island. Let's have a look. Because of my build, I'm not too confident in maps that are asking for me to destroy a lot of things, so I might pass on that. Still not keen on knocking mites off of the mechs. Okay, I don't think I'm familiar with that, but let's give it a crack. Okay, let's see. So, alpha spiders throw little eggs that seem to net you. Not good. Leapers are also capable of netting, and these look new, the tumble bug. So there we go, creates a boulder that then explodes. Good to know. And this contraption. Give a shield to every unit. Fires a missile at every unit. Interesting, okay, that's where the aim comes in. And I'm supposed to be using this 4 times, so I'm using all of those uses. Yeah. Okay, I guess I want to be using the missile barrage before I'm freezing anything. And I suppose I'm only able to use this once per round. Let's have a look. So we've already been very stuck. There's no movement available here. Might just straight away use that ice machine. I can't repair with that. Okay, never mind. I was hoping to be able to shield that, but you know what? That's okay. I guess we're not getting a perfect island. But hey, at least we're saving that. It says, no, I don't. I really don't. But thank you. Yep. As expected. Okay. What I could do... I really don't want that rock to go off. Because I don't want to have to deal with that tumblebug leader again. Ooh, still going to deal damage apparently, okay. What about now? I'll shield everyone. At least that'll give that rock another chance to survive. And I'll... Oops. I was meant to be blocking with this bomb here, so that doesn't look like it's going to be the case anymore. At least I can get rid of that guy's shield. Can I swap rocks? I can. Perfect. Good to know. We could simply swap that Ego, avoiding his attack. Move that around and freeze him. And then, oop, not quite able to deal any damage with on this bouncer. Thought I was able to get around, but not quite. Oh well. And if I use this twice, do I get 1 star? I'm not so sure. Does that work? I guess I have to use it all 4 times to get both stars, or none at all. That is a shame, because that didn't help me at all. Oh well. Good to know. Hopefully that's at least helpful for some of you guys in the future. Okay, last turn, so that's... Where is the bod? Yep, that's fine. Because it's the last turn, might as well use that, because why not? And we are... I'm just gonna leave it. I'll just leave it. Oh, there we go. So you do get a star after all. It just doesn't show up until the end of the mission. Shield tank, okay. That could be useful. And the reactor core. That will be going on this guy, I believe. Now I would like that extra move back. And I'll need 2 cores, so I might as well keep those critical shields for now. Tried to avoid killing enemies as a mission objective. Mind you, I have failed one already. Kill at least 7, no thank you. Take less than 3 crit damage. That should be quite doable. Now the reason why I put those mech there, I'm hoping that a spider might try and be chucked up on here, or here, and then I'll be set free once it moves. Yeah, oh well. The lovely thing about unfair mode is you get these leaders on normal missions. You don't even have to wait until the end of the island. Now luckily for me they haven't been all too that much trouble as of yet. But that can always change. So we don't need to worry about this alpha tumblebug, that's just conveniently attacking this mech. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that spider here. And put that tumblebug in harm's way. I am also going to collect that pod. Get rid of that egg so I can move freely. Now I could just jump in here and ice straight away, sorry. But I don't need to just yet. I could do it like that, but same reasoning. I might simply just block for now, and then perhaps get a better ice next round. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to jump over here and block here instead. And then I'm going to swap this gastropod with that rock here. And because he attacks first, he's going to bring that tumblebug back to him. And what else would I like to do? That will not kill him. So what I will do is... Oh, but he has armor on, okay. From that Scion. So we'll get rid of that Scion. Now that will kill him. And I can move... Maybe here is okay. And jump on that bomb to block. Now this is a pretty easy map file. There we go, just get rid of that guy. And what's there left to do? Not a whole lot. Could jump on here. Jump on here actually. Swap that with the boss. Bring him back down here with the boys. And just enter. The boss isn't doing anything important, so we can simply leave him and get rid of that leaper. And that's that. Problem solved. No ice generator necessary. Bethany Jones. She is quite good. Very happy about that. And another reactor core. Fantastic. Now skills, popular hero. From memory, I don't think that's so great. But let me just double check for you guys. Yeah, so here we go. She sells for 4 reputation. Oh man. How's that helpful on the field? Okay. The starting shield is nice though. Perhaps, oh no, but I still want it. Let me think. I really do prefer the flying of Prospero, even if it doesn't mean it gets frozen for a turn. Although, as I'm sure most of you know, if you do have a shield on, you will not get frozen, even if you try and freeze yourself. You know what, I might switch them around anyway. Let's see if this feels better or worse. Okay, last one, less than 4 damage. Yep. Nope. Nope. Oh, you know what, that could be possible. But no, we're just gonna play it safe, I think. Oh, you can't deploy here, okay. I could avoid spiders altogether, is that possible? No, it's not. Looking pretty good to me. Jump on in there. Why did I do that? I should not have done that. Now I'm taking damage that I don't need to. Not that it's a big deal. So I'm going to be repairing here. Now I'll shift around. And jump on here. Why not? In the turn. Sorry about this being a little bit boring with the ice generator. There's not a whole lot of strategy necessary here. Let's see. Prepare again. Sort these two around. That'll do nicely. Okay, last turn, we'll just avoid, heal, and end. No, I won't be doing that. I wonder, if ice knocks off mites? We'll see. And even if it does not, we should have some spare turns to repair if I get a decent ice generation off. Well, okay. Make sure that I can move, but really I can't move much at all, can I? So what's that really done for me? Okay, this isn't perfect. I'm gonna give it a go anyway. I do still have that spider to worry about now. That's incredible. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and freeze that spider, so I don't have to deal with him anymore. I'm gonna swap my mech around. I suppose all I can do is repair. It looks like I don't have mites on him already. Interesting. I guess the freeze does knock them off. Good to know. Ah, damage knocks them off as well. Okay, let's try this. And we can swap. Then around, like so. And hopefully have a free or spare turn to that's fine. So is that. And that too. Okay, perfect. Let's repair them, shall we? There you go, the mites are off. Perfect. And what is there? Well, we're full XP, so it doesn't matter what we do, just make sure we're not killing ourselves. And that'll be fine. Excellent. Yeah, another pretty poor one, unfortunately, Bethany. Quite unfortunate indeed. At least somewhat helpful. Okay, who's the boss? The Scarab Leader. Okay. There we go. So it only damages the sensor, but it does push everything else away. And ideally you want to be killing him. As for these boys though, they do spawn exploding rocks, which we don't want near any cities. No, I might swap that around. See how that goes. Okay, let's see what we've got here. We'll destroy this gastropod. For some reason I thought I was able to touch either that bug or the rock. And I can do neither. So where does that leave me? This isn't ideal, but oh dear. Oh man, come on. Look, I'll take we'll freeze that. See how we go. Oh, that's not what I wanted to see. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and freeze that and burn that egg. I should be able to. No. Can spot my boy. And stay in the bush. And that's something. I'm not sure I'll be getting this leader, unfortunately. And now we have two. Really? Okay, I think I've got something. Get rid of that bad boy. Swap that leaper with that other alpha. Yeah, okay. That's fine. And I would like to. What is going on here? That will push it down. Okay, so that'll block for me. So I won't need to do that. Simply step aside and deal 1 damage to the boss man. Okay, so the boss is down, but that unfortunately does mean the spider is now alive. But okay, not a problem. That should be an easy ice. Yep, looks good to me. There we go. That's our 4th island down. So far, so good. There's been a couple of big mistakes, pardon me, but we still managed to pull through. Which I'm very grateful for. Let's see. Okay, so I've given it a bit of thought. This Bethany unfortunately didn't roll with great skill, so I might actually make use of her popular hero and sell her off. Yep, thank you. And I'll keep this guy, but I'll get rid of Willow as well. Grab a couple of reactors at least. And that's kind of tempting as well. But I would like to give the shield tank a try. I'm not sure how great it will be. But let's have a look. So with the ice generator, I do want to switch Prospero back. Because that mobility was really nice. And then instead of the critical shields that I haven't needed to use yet, I might try shield tank. So that's not initially a projectile. Good to know. I would like a bit more health, and Maybe I give the tank a projectile as well. So we'll go back to the island and pick that up. I can sell one of these. Whoop. Pick up a third. Which means I can fully upgrade that shield tank. Hopefully that serves us well. Now I do have one spare weapon. 1 second. Okay, so I'm going to sell this because it's obviously of no use to me just being in my inventory. And then I'll just get another couple. Oh well, I'll get a grid defense. There we go. Well, there you have it. That's the 4th island done on Unfair with one of the new squads, the bomber mechs. Now let's see if we can't get through this volcanic hive. I hope you guys have been enjoying so far. Let's see what we can accomplish. Now, I can't quite recall whether you get uses on your weapons back in the second part of this mission. I'm just going to assume that you do and hope that you do. Yeesh. Okay. Now, I think this works. Get rid of that scarab. Jump away over here. Ice generate. Yes, I want to do that first. And chuck that, well, that shield down. Move forward 1. Put a shield up on that as well. So that Wasp is not going to, Hornet should I say, is not going to get rid of that ice. Does that keep going? Ooh, okay, that's lucky. It's also lucky, but do they get hit first? Yes, it does. Alright. We are doing well, thankfully. I did not realize how risky of a play that is, though, because of that ice locking me in now. Ooh, I really have nowhere to move. I can throw this and unlock my guy, but I'll also be unlocking that alpha crab here. It may be more beneficial instead just to use my mech to block any extra rascals from coming out. And just deal with that. Yeah, that's helpful. I'll take it. I'll break out of the ice. Oh no, that's dying anyway. Okay, that's okay. I can live with that. He's the attitude on that guy, huh? He's seen some stuff. He's not happy about it. Okay. Seems like an easy turn. I I could straight up kill this hornet if I reposition one. No, can't do that easily. Could still do it though. What else have we got? I do need to resolve that scorpion. I do not need to resolve that. One sec. And this is at least a simple solution. For some reason I thought that was gonna work. Oh well. I'll be able to shield at least one of those attacks. And that's fine. Do you like my high level play, guys? I hope so. Oh man, it's a bit embarrassing. Ouch. Alright guys, if I shield this, save my boy. That's not a problem. I just need to move this out of the way. And this is also fine. And I do believe I get fully healed before the next section. We'll just end our turn here. Okay, if I move there, I think I should be able to get everybody. But before I do that, it's 1, 2, 3, okay. What is it that I want to do? Get that out of the way, shield myself. That's a shame, this one's going to be frozen for next turn, but that I can live with. Do I want to destroy this guy? I really don't, I prefer just him to be frozen. So I might jump in here. Protect everything. And there we go, I've got 3 turns. Whoa! Hold on a second. See, I am glad I have this button. I'm gonna get squashed here, which I just realized that webbing kind of covered that up a bit. Okay, let's try that again. Surely there's another way. No, the webbing the webbing did not cover that up at all. I just wasn't paying attention. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, so here's what I've got. Shift that guy across here. And I'm going to get myself out of harm's way and into harm's way. Brilliant. Do I want to do that first? Okay, and then I'm jumping back here, using the shield tank, shielding my boy, and then moving into harm's way. Now I'm going to shoot here. I'm hoping this resolves the way that I think it does. I'm hoping this Firefly still moves in that direction. Let's see. And it does. Excellent. So here's what this looks like. This Firefly leader attacks before this guy, and he's going to kill the Alpha Digger, saving these. This second Firefly leader is going to at least kill that Alpha Blob. Unfortunately, it doesn't have quite enough damage to kill the beetle, which means I will be risking 2 power grid. But that's the best I'm able to find here. And all my guys will live this time, which is an improvement, no doubt. Let's see. Now, in hindsight, I am realizing I could have shielded my power grid instead, and just tanked the damage. And that I would have done that if I had seen that. But alas, that was not the case. That's looking like a pretty attractive option. I could even... Oh, I can't move down one, although I would like to. Okay, I think I will do that after all. But before I do, I'm going to see if I can move my shield tank out of the way. Shield my freezer, bring him in. Move my other mech out of the way. Now, instead of pushing him in and killing him, resulting in an extra spawn next turn, I think what I would prefer to do is simply to ice. So I'll ice this guy. I will also move out of the way. And, yep, that's okay. And throw a bombling, and then freeze. Perfect. We're looking pretty good, guys. Doesn't look like there's a whole lot that I need to consider, which is very nice. Just jump up from this end. Where's that what I want? So there's 23. Is there? Simply swap in. Yeah. Healed up as a precaution. I'll take it. So I've just got 3 Mechs to deal with. And because everything is iced and nothing is being attacked twice, we're good to step aside. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching, Apologies for some of the mistakes that I've made, but I hope you enjoyed nonetheless. Let's just end this turn and wrap things up. And there we have it. Phew. My brain is fried. Now that I've finished that. Thanks again for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. There we are. You can see how much time I stopped and paused and thought, because this video is definitely not that long. We'll go with the trusty Prospero again. There we have it. Thanks again so much, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you learned something potentially, even if it was just how good Ice Generator is, even at the end there. And until next time, bless ya.